The Academy Awards, or as most people say, the Oscars. A time where we celebrate the great feats in the cinematic arts, from commemorating our fellow nominees to committing assault. What's there not to love? In short, the Academy is a group of lizard people who gather annually to vote on which movies, performances, writers, and talents are worthy of getting this piece of metal. Basically, there's 24 categories, and each member in said category gets to vote for a winner. Directors vote for other directors, actors vote for other actors, you get the point. The only exception is Best Picture, where all branches are able to vote collectively. I know that most people think that you have to be in the greatest or most influential movie of all time to get an Oscar, but the truth is, only very specific types of movie actually get considered for them in the first place. Now, the Academy and the real world are two very different things. Just look at Spider-Man No Way Home. Back in December of 2021, Spider-Man No Way Home shook the world. There was not a soul that hasn't heard of the movie. Now, not even 3 months later, No Way Home is barely even mentioned at the Academy Awards, which is supposed to be the most prestigious film ceremony in the world. Sure, it was given a nomination, but everyone already knew it was going to get snubbed as usual. And some might say superhero movies are overlooked by the Academy because they aren't cinema to begin with. And although there might be truth to that, we're going to save that conversation for another video. The point of this video is that popular movies do not equal Oscar-worthy movies. Keep in mind, I'm not saying popular movies are bad movies. I'm just saying that the Academy generally does not deem popular movies as Oscar-worthy projects, which is somewhat troublesome considering many popular movies, especially the classic ones from yesterday, ended up innovating new and bold technologies used for generations to come. Now, let's look at some popular movie directors for reference. George Lucas, despite being the creator of Star Wars, received no Oscars for any of the movies in the franchise. Although Star Wars did generate ones for others who worked on it, poor George never got a Best Director or Picture for any of the movies he directed. Likewise, Steven Spielberg, the creator of E.T., Jaws, Jurassic Park, and Close Encounters, received no Oscars for any of those movies. And we can go on. The Terminator by James Cameron, Alien by Ridley Scott, The Dark Knight trilogy by Christopher Nolan. No Best Director or Picture awards were given to any of these films, which is pretty ironic considering most would say that these blockbuster movies created some of the most iconic tropes in pop culture. So there you have it. Everyone in the Academy has bad taste, and no one actually cares about movies anymore. Everything is about money and ego, and that's it. Or so it seems. You see, the story doesn't end there. Going back to popular movie directors, some of them did eventually win Oscars. Despite their sci-fi rises to fame, Spielberg ended up winning an Oscar for Schindler's List, and Cameron ended up winning an Oscar for The Titanic. So let's think for a moment. What exactly does The Titanic and Schindler's List have in common that Close Encounters and The Terminator don't have in common? The answer would be historical significance. So, quick disclaimer. Everything I'm about to say is not written in stone. There are technically no rules when it comes to the Academy Awards. However, we can observe key trends identified throughout a good majority of Oscar winners. So let's take a look. Oscar-winning films tend to be historical movies, biopics, or really anything involving war, politics, or major social issues. Keep in mind that the war category has a heavy emphasis on World War II, specifically the Holocaust. But we can loosely tie each winner to one of these categories: Bohemian Rhapsody, biopic; Jojo Rabbit, World War II movie; Fight Club, major social issues; Hidden Figures, historical significance and major social issues; Forrest Gump, literally all of the above disguised as a biopic.
Yeah, you're an idiot if you thought that Forrest Gump was real, because I didn't think that when I was a kid. You're an idiot. You didn't actually meet JFK. What are you, a child?
The real question is this system a bad thing? I would argue no. Look at the movie Parasite, right? Phenomenal movie. However, if it didn't win Best Picture and get plastered on every streaming platform because of it, I'm gonna be honest, there's a good chance that this artsy Korean movie would have slipped completely under my radar. Same applies to many other screenplays and documentaries who have won in their respective categories. The list goes on. I think that the point of the Oscars is to bring light to stories, films, and artists who might not get the mainstream appeal that our beloved superhero and sci-fi thrillers get. Spider-Man is a pretty marketable name, right? Regardless of who's under the mask, you can market a Spider-Man movie. Spider-Man is Spider-Man. But what about a standalone film like The Lighthouse? I mean, without Dafoe and Pattinson involved, how the heck would you really market such a movie? That's where the Oscars come in. Never heard of this movie? Well, the cinematography is great, so you should totally check it out. Some might say, I would never actually watch a movie because it won a stupid award, but some people would say otherwise. For example, the movie 1917 actually got huge publicity after its Oscar win, which means a lot considering there were no major stars leading in the movie. So, for those of you who dismiss the Oscars as pointless, remember, Best Actor is only one of 24 categories. So yeah, listening to A-list actors and celebrities can seem redundant, but what the media fails to focus on is all of the VFX artists, audio engineers, cinematographers, documentary filmmakers, and so on. And unlike big celebrities who are already ingrained in pop culture, Oscars can seriously propel the careers of lesser-known artists in the industry. And even though I say lesser-known in media terms, their presence in the movie-making business is just as strong and relevant as some of our household names. After all, it takes a small city to make a movie. Although actors, writers, and directors have a huge impact on the creative direction of a film, in no way is anyone solely responsible for the turnout of a movie. With that being said, thank you for watching. Hopefully you found this insightful. I'll see you in the next one.
But that raises the question, why would you ever want to do that, right? Yeah, you're an idiot. You thought that JFK was real?